Stop trying to go heavier and farther all the time. Hey, this is Coach Zach. What we're going to break down today is how to avoid plateaus. Now, most training plateaus actually, well, we're going to say that most training plateaus occur because of a bad program. And by bad, I just mean that it's not manipulating the different variables to ensure that you're making perpetual progress. Now, that could be fat loss, that could be strength gain, that could be gaining muscle, that could be learning to be in better cardiovascular shape, or my personal favorite, all the above, okay? So let's look at the variety of factors that goes into programming, and I'm going to introduce something from my own experience here. Number one, up here we got our little kettlebell. This represents our strength practice. Over here we got a little sad runny face guy. Now, I'm not a huge running fan. I'm pretty good at it when I train for it. I just don't really enjoy going for very long periods of time. So if you want to claim that that's why I have this perspective, you're more than welcome to. But I think you're going to agree here in just a second. So how do we measure that we're getting stronger or fast, or better in our running, aka faster? Well, the number one is that everyone's going to measure increased performance by moving more weight. It just naturally makes sense. If I am bench pressing 100 pounds and then a month later I'm bench pressing 120 pounds, I've improved 20%. If I am able to run half a mile in the beginning and a month later I'm running a mile, I've improved what, 100%. Uh-oh, my statistics are getting off a little bit, my percentages. Okay, but point is that we have 4 ways of getting better. As far as progress goes, I can get more intense, so my weight can goes up, or in the case of if I'm running, then every single run could have like weight added to it, like for like backpacks or some sort of like a plate on your body. It could be at an incline. Obviously, running on a flat surface, it's going to be far easier than if I'm now trying to go up a percentage of a grade. Volume, my reps are going to continue to go up. If I'm using that 100-pound bench press and now I'm up to 10 reps instead of 5, I've doubled my strength there. Distance, if I've increased, just like we just opened the video with. Density is huge. Now this is for time. Now if I can do the same amount of weight and the same reps, or if I can run at the same incline and the same distance, or I add more weight here, but now I'm doing them in less time, I have improved. I have gotten stronger. Now the last one is very sneaky. In fact, I don't see really anybody talking about it, and that is efficiency. And this is really going to be the secret to breaking plateaus. Let me explain. We have a concept called RPE, and that is rate of perceived exertion. At some point in time, I'm going to pick on runners here for a minute, but at some point in time, you are going to max out the distance that you can go and the time you can go. You simply are going to hit a wall. Now, how do we get through that? Well, there's 2 things. Number one, we can reduce the intensity. We can actually lower this in running by upping my body's ability to generate force. And that's going to be through lower body training like squats, deadlifts, kettlebell swings. If I'm increasing my power, then my intensity of my run is going down, if that makes sense. That's going to translate into a lower RPE, rate of perceived exertion. Another way that I can do this, which is very sneaky, in the case of running, is I can breathe only through my nose, or I can do different breathing tactics. What this is doing is I'm training my body to run at a lower heart rate. So if I'm going 5 miles and my time caps out, let's say I can't go, I don't know what's a good 5-mile time. Uh-oh. I'm showing my lack of running experience right now. Let's say I can do 5 miles in 40 minutes. If my heart rate the whole time is 165, and over the course of a month I lower that to 140, I have gotten much stronger. My body has gotten physically stronger by adapting because I've lowered that RPE. So now the same thing with my training when I'm lifting something. Okay, I can go heavier, I can add more reps or volume, I can decrease the time of the workout. And lastly, if these things start to become static, I can work on efficiency. I can refine my groove. I've been doing a lot of kettlebell overhead pressing. I'm chasing a target called a beast tamer right now, so I have to press a heavy kettlebell for a single rep. It changes the entire dynamic of the lift when I get my upper body positioned correctly, I get connected to my hip, and I'm using my entire body on the press, versus if I'm loose out here, disconnected, and then just trying to push with my arm. So, number 4 here, when in doubt, when you're not seeing an increase, if you're running, number 1, let's address running first, since a lot of people are out there running right now to try to lose fat. I don't think that's the best idea. I'll explain that a different time. But if my volume, if my distance is starting to cap out, if I can't really go any faster, I'm not seeing improvement, I'm going to start focusing on this. I'm going to make my body as metabolically efficient as possible to use oxygen, which is inevitably going to break through these two barriers. I will go farther once the whole exertion is going down. Same with lifting. When I get up to a certain amount of weight, I'm going to have to, instead of always trying to increase the weight, I'm going to have to start bumping the reps up or decreasing the density, decreasing the time of the workout, which is going to add more load to my training session. And then lastly, I'm going to really start to focus on that efficiency and making every lift as fine-tuned as possible. Now, if you need to see how this plays out in your training, if you're not seeing the results that you want, or you just don't know where the hell to begin, well, we got two great options. We offer in-person coaching if you live in Reno, Nevada. If you don't live in Reno, Nevada, we have a brand new distance app which breaks down every lift, squats, push-ups, rows, overhead press, every single lift you can think of. It's going to give you the absolute essential strength secrets to maximize those. So those are being delivered in person in our sessions. Those are also via our app. So if you need more details about that, in the comments, write personal best, and we can connect and do a free no obligation consult, talk about where you're at, talk about what's working, what's not working, and I'll give you some solutions you haven't heard of. Go make a great day. Get ready for the weekend. Time to recharge. Peace, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.